what are your options?
What the fuck is that?
These are bebitas.
That thing is big.
You should get blueberry. But this one is brown sugar.
I'll take this one.
Would you like this one?
No, I'm okay. I can wait for my dinner.
I can't. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm very hungry too.
Niños chiquitos,
It's
güey.
'cause I had
You're gonna
like
ruin your dinner, bro.
it's 'cause I had like salmon with like vegetables and like rice.
Salmon?
Yeah, like salmon. Salmon's good.
Nah, it is. But
And
I
like,
wanted to do the kid thing. Like,
and like vegetables, rice, and like fish, they just go through you. Like
yeah,
don't-
they really do.
like,
Todo lo que es mariscos?
yeah, they're very like what's it called?
Nutritious?
They're nutritious, but they're not very caloric, so they don't have a lot of calories.
Caloric. That's why you have to eat a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like whenever I get a cocktail, like I have to
get
get the big one. Yeah.
Chingo de crackers.
And then when I'm like eating it, I'm like, and then I finish all the camaron, I'm like, ¿qué? Because I still have all the fucking caldo. Like, man. So what I do actually is I get saltines and I throw them in there and I let them get soggy, and then I'm like, it's like cereal, but like fishy. No, wait. You don't like that? That doesn't sound good to you?
No.
Why not?
You do what?
Like el caldito del cóctel. What's up, guys? Welcome to CharroBeans podcast.
How you guys doing?
A Mariachi podcast where we talk about mariachi and stuff. I thought you were gonna swallow it. It was gonna make the sound.
Nah.
No?
No pasa nada.
Oh, are you one of those that like? Because I just saw you eat a cracker and then you drank. So like,
Yeah, I need to like water it down.
but like you switch it around. That's fucking gross.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with?
Tell them what you do with your cocktail.
That might be the intro. We'll see. The intro's always some stupid shit. I don't know. Yeah. So this is episode. What is it? 88. 88.
88? It's not 89?
No, it's 88. This is episode 88 of CharroBeans podcast, which will be the episode where we might as well say it now, right? For all the people who are here, there won't be a new episode next week. I'll be traveling outside of the country. I'll be going to Mexico. I haven't gone to Mexico, to my town in Mexico in like 6 years, so like I'm kind of excited. I haven't been out there. You know, it's.
Where are you going?
It's a little place called El Refugio, and it's in Querétaro. So I'm kind of excited just because I haven't been there in so long. 6 years. Everybody who usually goes is like my parents, like almost every year. But like my this time actually, I think all my siblings are going, and I think it's the first time this will actually be going down like this. And then my wife will be going. It'll be her first time in Mexico other than Juarez. So it'll be good for her to experience kind of what, I mean, I used to go like every single summer, like when I was a kid. I mean, I didn't have a choice. Like now, I guess when you get older and you're an adult, you can have like your own trips because you have
Money.
yeah, money. You have a car. You have means of transportation other than your parents. Because honestly, like back then, the only way to get around was with your parents.
Right.
So like, do you remember like having to ask for rides and
Yeah.
it sucks. I really hated that. It was annoying.
Or getting dropped off at gigs too.
Yeah, también. Did your mom ever drop you off at a gig? Or
Yeah.
really? Did she? For Northside or for like the back when you were in your old groups?
Yeah. Like I would get dropped off. Like I made any meeting spot in Fort Worth, I would get dropped off.
I don't think
I just got off and be like, "That's mommy," and then
run out with the guitarrón, no? Or with the harp.
With a harp, yeah.
Because back then you were pretty like real skinny, so I just imagine like the skinniest kid like holding the harp. You know what I mean? Like you were like a.
I was pretty harp heavy in high school when I was in that old group.
Yeah. Huh. I can't think of my mom. I remember the first time I actually got on the freeway, was because I needed to go to a gig. You remember when you used to play at that one restaurant on Fridays with Imperial way back in the day?
Fogatas?
Yeah, Fogatas. So I remember my parents used to have this big
Oh,
the white.
expedition?
No, well, they had an expedition. They and it was like a '90s
It was like
one.
the blue one, no?
It was a blue one. But before that, we the family car or my mom's car was like a Dodge Ram with a camper in the back. Okay.
She was scared as fuck. Like,
Oh yeah, my wife is here. Well, she's usually not here, so it's like kind of weird
es que
because
volteé, and you were just like,
eating a snack. So like it's a little weird because like the only people who listen to all the stories are my duck. Wait, are you gonna walk through? She's gonna walk through. You're gonna have to walk now. We made it. Are you gonna crawl? I'm like, what the fuck was that? Imagine like, fuck, that'd be actually really scary.
I seen that TikTok.
Okay.
It's like a guy. He's like playing like a horror game.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I love Jesus, and then like you see like this thing crawl like on the ceiling, and he's like, what the frick was that? Like that doesn't stop. Like right now.
No, I can just imagine us being like, what the fuck was that? Like, fucking apparition. No, anyway. Okay. Oh, no, my misery. Victor, okay, so like my wife has this collection of crosses that she's picked up like at different places, like stores and shit. But you made the joke one day, like, vas a llegar un día and they're all going to be inverted.
Yeah.
And you said, like, what would you do? And I'm like, well, what am I going to do, bro? Like, they already did it. Like, I'm the one that's locked in for 30 years with the mortgage. Like, I can't fucking do anything about it. Me and the ghost got to get, like, cool at some point. Like, one day, we llegar a la casa and Netflix is on. And I'm like, who the fuck's been watching Stranger Things from season 1? Wait, and it's it. I'm like, ooh, the ghost. Anyway, fuck. We're so derailed. First time I got on the freeway was because my parents had like this Dodge Ram. Honestly, that's where I learned to drive. And it makes sense because my parents always said like to drive the biggest cars so that when you drive like some little Toyota or whatever car, like te vas a sentir más,
Yeah,
más fácil.
mine was a 1996 Chevy.
Was the purple one?
No, that was a Pontiac.
The Pontiac?
Yeah, the Chevy was a red truck. I don't think you were there for it.
No, the little purple car. That was a Pontiac.
Yeah.
Pontiac what?
1996 Sunfire.
Sunfire? Oh shit. Pontiac doesn't exist anymore.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, but they had this Dodge Ram. It was like from the 90s, and it had like a big old camper in the back. So it looked like a white bus, like driving around. Like it's real big. Y me acuerdo que what happened is because we usually got rides with our boss at the time, and all we would have to do is either get dropped off there at his house, or maybe he would pick us up. Like I remember he used to do that because I mean we were all kids, bro. We were all like high school age. No, don't know how to drive. I don't think I had my permit by this time though. I had my driver's permit. But I remember for some reason either he couldn't pick me up or I couldn't go over there. I don't know what the issue was. But I mean, I had to go to this place, and the only way to get there, well, not the only way. You could take like the little streets, but it's 35, and you had to take 35 to go all the way over there. And then I remember just being scared because, like, honestly, it's my parents' fault, bro. Because like they told me like, oh no, like when you're driving, like take the little streets. Like they never encouraged me like to get on the freeway, and my parents taught me like my mom taught me like twice how to drive. The first time, I was trash, didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Second time, like, I was a little bit better, and I guess she was just like, all right, you can figure the rest out. Like, so I remember, like, at this point, like, I wasn't that experienced, but I took the truck. Y me la llevé, dude. So, you know what? When you're going through 28, right by where the QT is now, get on 35, I remember that was my first experience, like, getting on the freeway. It was scary, bro. Like, when I went on, like, I floored it. Like, because, I mean, like, when you're getting in, when you're merging, honestly, is, like, the hardest, I guess you could say, depending on if there's cars in that carril or whatever. And I remember I just saw a bunch of cars, so I just floored it. I mean, I think it had a V8, so you could hear, like, como levantó. But shit was scary, dude. Like, I remember just, like, just thinking, like, Fast and Furious made this seem, like, so easy, like, but I was over here, like, Che, dándole todo lo que da la pinche V8.
You're like crying as you're driving. You're like,
See, dude, and I remember like, so like once you're on the freeway, like you kind of get the hang of it, because like now you're going like at a constant speed and stuff. But then the issue was like getting off of the freeway. I'm like, I got this far. I'm like, I didn't think I'd get this far. So like, not to get down or get off of the freeway. So I remember taking the exit and just being like just. I remember being more afraid of la regañada that I would get from crashing. Not like crashing itself, like me getting
even if
hurt.
you're dying, your mom's like,
In the hospital bed.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was more scared of la regañada than honestly than the actual crash. Like if I crash and I lose both my arms, okay, whatever. But like my mom's gonna be like, "Who's paying for that?" Like,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm like, yeah, it was rough. Do you remember your first time taking the? Well, did you ever drive around the little Pontiac, the little purple car, or
Yeah. No, but mainly it was the I don't know why it was the red. It probably was for that same reason of like, if you drive a bigger vehicle, you can drive anything basically.
Mm.
But I was driving that red truck to school for a long time.
What? You drove that red truck?
I was a fucking cub, bro.
That's what I'm saying, because I was already graduated by this time, so I
Yeah.
don't think I saw you driving to school till.
No, esa troca sí daba miedo because it's an old truck. Y luego it wasn't very alineada.
So the steering wheel was like this.
I was going perfectly straight, but
Yeah.
I'm like, like legit, I was like this. I was like, fuck. You know?
Oh, did it have a lot of play? Play means
Yeah.
like playing the steering wheel is like when you can turn it, you know, say nada.
Yeah.
Like you can like move it around. Yeah, that's a lot
Sí,
of play.
güey.
Fuck.
And I had to park it like in front of some house. Like, so tenía que ganar otro niño. Like he would drive there too. So.
Oh,
It
like
was a
because you
fucking
didn't park in the actual
Yeah.
parking lot. So you just parked in someone's house.
Yeah, which now I realize that's a very bad thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
And,
supposed to.
yeah.
Yeah, because
But I mean, I wasn't the only one. Like a lot of other kids would like. I'm guessing you have to pay for parking, or like maybe
Yeah.
maybe show like a permit, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us didn't have.
no, I never drove to school because I wasn't cool enough. Honestly, like I think it humbles you a little bit, like to have like a car that's not so great. I guess I can say that because I went through that, but it's like, how would you feel about getting? I mean, you feel pretty badass, I guess.
I didn't see that because I wasn't getting any nice cars, to be honest. So I didn't see how like. I mean, I didn't have it bad, but like, it wasn't great either.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
I just remember like strolling with this truck with like even the inside had like a. It wasn't like plastic. It was like fuzz. I forgot what the word is.
Oh, the interior was like
Yeah.
So yeah, this is vintage.
It was an oldest
yeah.
And the speedometer didn't work.
Oh,
Le tiré que atinar, you know. Like, I just went with all the cars.
Yeah, you just like driving next to someone like, voy bien, you know,
Yeah.
voy bien, I almost. Yeah.
Pasa un
shit.
policía y just te mides con él. You're like, no pasa
Pasa un
nada.
policía, you're just like, sir, top of the morning, you know.
¿Te imaginas un niñito, güey, like in the biggest truck, just like, like, how you doing?
Damn, dude. That reminds me too. Did you ever see the Iron Man truck that we saw?
I saw you break down on it.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I didn't even remember that, dude. That's what I mean. So like, you had an old Chevy. I think that was an old Chevy too. My parents used to have
like
this. We called it Iron Man because my dad decided it used to be like white or. It was red. It was all red, and he painted it. He got it painted maroon and gold. I mean, either JP Hilder or Iron Man, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So it was both of those colors, and I remember like siempre batallamos. Like I remember one time, this was the truck that I was supposed to inherit at the time because like you know, once I got my permit, I think I got my license by this point. I got my license pretty early, like 16, 17.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I remember like this is supposed to be the truck that iba a ser mi herencia, you know. So like I was driving through downtown by the courthouse. You know, on that there's a right where you turn to get back on Main Street. The courthouse is like on the left, but you take a right there and it takes you back onto Main. Like a Main, the big old bridge on
Okay.
Main Street. Anyway, right there, se me apagó la troca.
On Main?
Yeah, so like on the turn, like on that turn,
Yeah, like you're going down, right?
I was turning on there, but like if you know that road, like it's so like I put my direccional, you know, like signal light, you know, I turn it to the right. I'm fucking chilling, bro, and then like I'm turning, and next thing you know, se apaga. So like, if your car's ever turn off on you, like the steering wheel locks up. So like I was turning, and then I just wasn't turning anymore, and then I just went straight. Yeah, y se me apagó, güey, like completely. And I remember just being like freaked the fuck out. What do I do? What do I do? I mean, I know a little bit more about cars now, you know, but at the time I was like, I'm dead. I don't know, you know, me va a pegar alguien de atrás, you know, someone from the side's gonna hit me, you know. But I remember just like it turning off, and I didn't know what to do. I think I opened the hood, and like I said, I'm not a tech savvy car guy, so I mean, I opened it, and I was like, I mean, this is usually what people do when their car breaks down, right? They just look in there and like, well, yeah, the motor's there, you know, like, ahora que, you know. Yeah. I remember I just kind of fucked around with the battery because that's all I knew. I'm like, battery, motor. like, yeah, I'm just kind of like moving it around.
You didn't even like, you just take up the thing and then put it back. Like, no, see, like that one.
I'm like, it's the carburetor. Like, it's just saying random shit. It's the flux capacitor,
it's
bro.
the processor. Like,
it's the prostate, bro. Look, if you look in the back, the prostate's hitting the bicep. And
see,
then,
like, I was with like, best.
Anyways, I went home. Like, it was one of those like drives where you turn on the music, you're like scared, you know, like you don't know what, you're just listening for any little noise.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. Like the day before high school graduation, that truck también me dejó plantado, dude. It was the weirdest shit. I was driving home. Nada, like no warning, no nothing. And I remember I'm just driving, and it's like after gigs. I remember, it was like late night. And then I remember that like the car, the truck just died. Like it fell to the. Haz de cuenta, a wheel fell off.
Oh shit!
That's what happened. Like I'm driving, and then a wheel fell off. Like, but what it was the axle. It wasn't like the wheel itself. Like the axle that connects to the actual wheel collapsed. Like it just broke. And so like, imagine you're driving, y luego estás patinando.
Yeah.
Because like patinó all over the street.
Estás sacando chispa.
Yeah. So it was just like, shh, and it just stopped.
You crashed it?
No, I was very lucky because I wasn't on the freeway. I was literally like, I had just dropped off Alondra at her house. I was down the street from her house, and I remember I was just driving, and then boom, it happened. So I was real lucky because it just hit me. It just went all the way to the curb, and it stopped at the curb because the brakes didn't work anymore. Nothing worked anymore. So it just like, all I remember is I had to get a tow truck at the time. You know, I didn't have that much money. Paid for that, you know, but they told me to my house, and I was able to go to graduation, which was good, you know. But yeah, because the only thing I could think of, I was like, man, like what if that would have happened on the freeway? Yeah, I would have been fucked, you know. But like, shit happens like that, you know. Lo bueno que no pasó nada. You know?
I forgot about that. Yeah, the thing I remember was going to Planta on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It was Los Pastores.
Los Pastores.
And
back in the day, yeah.
You decided to drive on your own. Well, you weren't by yourself, but you decided to drive there, and all we see is you like on the going into like Beach Street from 30, right to 30, and then Beach going up. You were there like stuck.
Oh yeah, that time too.
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
That's what I remember. We were having a good time, and then we were like. Like, wasn't that
dude.
Sammy?
Yeah. Damn, I didn't even remember. Yeah, like I said, like all these trucks back in the day, no me cayeron bien, dude. You know, like there's always something, dude. Like, you know, and that's just kind of how you grow up. Like, you know, as you're growing up, and they're not gonna give you a fucking, you know, Ferrari or you know, something brand new. Because I mean, you kind of it kind of humbles you, bro. Because like you kind of see what like some people kind of go through, you know. So like. I mean, that's what happened to me. That's how I got brought up, you know.
How much was your first car? The Lancer?
When I bought my Mitsubishi Lancer 2004 LS, I bought it used. I paid it myself. It was $2,800.
Bro?
$2,800.
Mine was $4,000.
The little blue one?
The Matrix.
Oh shit, $4,000.
Yeah. It was a good car, to be honest. Cause like nunca me dio lata. Like con
Toyota, bro.
Like,
Toyota. Yeah.
And I got it because they had like a lot of space in the back, and I could put a harp and a bass. Lo que tú quieras, papá.
Yeah.
You got a fucking outlet, bro. Like with 15 volts.
Nice.
Like para poner el Xbox.
Xbox One, like the black one.
You see all the lights just like start damping.
Yeah, well, that's what my Lancer used to do. Like, so my Lancer, I bought it. It was like my summer of my sophomore year in college. Like I said, like back then it was all like people picking me up and shit like that, and dropping me off. Like I fucking hated it. So I made a goal. Like I was gonna save all my money from the chambas, working here with Allende, and I was gonna just hustle. And by the end of summer, I was gonna buy a car used and take it back to school. And like that was my plan. And yeah, I mean, I did it. You know, like raised up all the little money that I could, as much as I could. And but at the whole time, I was looking for like a car, like on OfferUp and Facebook didn't have Marketplace back then. But I remember just looking through Craigslist. I found my car on Craigslist actually, and I bought it. Me dio lata. The only thing that it had this weird like, you remember? It had the weird like security system that someone had installed in there, and like the only way the car turned on is if you open it the correct way, and if you didn't open it the correct way, the car would sound like it was fucked up because it would go and just wouldn't start. It would like rechinaba y todo, pero it just wouldn't start. So like you had to open, like tenía sus mañas, like like any fucking car, but like this one, if you didn't open it correctly, you were screwed. You couldn't get into the car. You couldn't drive. One time I went to Jimmy John's, bro, like over there in college. Yo todo like feliz, agarré mi sandwich y todo, and I was I'm gonna drive back to my apartment, like it's a Sunday night, just me chilling, and I get in my car and I opened it the correct way. Y ahí estaba. I'm like, fuck. I was there for like a whole hour, bro. Like took apart all this shit, just trying to make it like turn on the sandwich. Luckily, Jimmy John's sandwiches are cold.
Yeah.
I would have gone there like una pizza, like it's all cold. But yeah, dude, like me dejaba tirado, dude, a meses, and then eventually I sold it, and quién sabe dónde, güey.
Rest in peace.
Rip, donde quiera que estés.
Fuck. I remember giving up the. Cause my mom, I did drive a truck, but I also had that Pontiac, right?
The Pontiac.
We took that to a junkyard, dude. It was pretty sad.
Oh, y'all took it?
Yeah.
I remember you telling me about it. One time I told you, what happened to the purple car?
Yeah.
You're like, no, ahí está todavía. So y'all took it to the junkyard?
So,
damn.
it was sad, like.
Yeah, dude. I remember seeing like you drive it, your mom driving it. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Like mama started crying. It's because they gave us no chance. Because they were like, hey, like we brought the car, And they're like, okay, well, they gave us like $600 or something.
Like just like for the metal, I guess.
Yeah. And then nomás llega el pinche. What is it?
Is it the thing that grabs things?
No, it was. It looked like Se me olvidó el nombre.
Come on, bro. You could do it, bro.
No sé, pero like lo levanta, but it had like two little like.
Oh, forklift?
It looked like that, but it was a lot bigger.
Like a big ass forklift?
Sure. I don't know if that's the name
Oh
for it.
shit! Did they stab it?
Yeah.
Oh
See,
shit!
when it was in Chanza, when my mom saw that, she started crying because I mean it's been her car since
she's been here.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
So if fucking thing just like.
Like
Like
if it meant nothing. Like,
yeah, dude.
Like this is like, oh, we good? We good?
Yeah. See you way.
It's like the equivalent of like putting something down. I would
like
think.
a pet.
Yeah, because I mean, like it's like a car, and you like me as a seller, like I sold my car. Not even like my dad went to go sell it, so then I didn't even. I'm like, "Get." So like I never got to say goodbye to it.
Yeah.
So I guess for you, it's like, all right, like they gave you 600, like okay, pues mucho gusto, like muchas gracias or whatever, And you look over here and it's like,
Yeah, they just like no, I was like looking at it because I mean it was like Southside for Word, so I had to look up like where to go on GPS. I'm like looking down, and mom was like, "Can we go, please?" And I'm like, "Por qué? Okay. Oh no!" Like they just pierced the windshield, and they're like, "¿Dónde lo ponemos?"
They just threw it with the rest and shit. Like, damn,
that was a sad moment.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
And then y'all went to like Chick-fil-A after and like cried, like eating your sandwich with the $600. He's all like, I don't feel good eating this right now.
For real. No, we just went home. We're like,
it's like I was like, well, I have a gig, so like,
right,
and just leave. No, that's crazy. No, but see, I mean, that's a salute to our cars, coming up, and I mean, I see it.
Places.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you grow up and you finally start driving, you need a car, and then eventually you get another car, you forget about that one, you can tell it, but that's just how it is, man. You
But
got to get to the gig somehow.
You see, yeah, that's. I remember driving like 2 gigs and shit. I was like,
in the Matrix?
yeah.
Yeah. You still have it, though. You're still whipping it.
No, I sold it.
You sold it?
Yeah,
When?
for like a year ago.
The blue car.
Yeah, I sold it for like 800.
What?
Sí, güey.
¿Y eso?
Estaba viejo, it was just there. Collecting
Yo
dust.
te lo había comprado so I
Sí,
can make a
güey.
profit. Like,
Sí, güey.
I'm like, see, wait, 800. And then I'm like, he's like, I sold it for like 9K, bro. Like, I'm like, thanks a lot, bro.
No, see, like, had to
Damn.
go, bro. Someone had to use it.
Damn. No, it was
Some guy right now is like,
right now he's like playing Xbox on
Sí, güey.
with that outlet.
Like, they put on, like, the disco lights. It's like,
Yeah. No, sí. Bueno, pues
rest in peace.
rip to all the cars. Y los que siguen.
Huh?
What? Eventually, when you sell your car, when we're in 2080,
When
whenever
I
your
graduate.
your Toyota finally like dies.
No, when I graduate. I've told you, no? Like, when I graduate, I'm going to buy, like, a truck or something.
Ah, perro.
I told you. Like, a long time ago.
Una mamalona, güey. 5.7 V8.
Like, una GMC. Un Ironhead.
Iron. Oh yeah, from
Yeah.
Transformers. Let's get into this weekend. Thursday, Planta. Arturo's back.
Oh, yeah.
COVID no lo agarró. Más les dio unos cuantos días. Sí regresó. Resucitó.
Este güey.
It was an alright night.
There was a lot of people there.
There was a lot of
At
people.
trabajo.
Ahí estaban las divorciadas. That's what we call them.
Oh, yeah. They're annoying, dude.
I mean, they're. I know. Okay, so we say the divorciadas because it's a table that comes and they're all like older ladies. They're not old. They're like mid. Mid. They're mid. No, they're like mid age. I don't know. Like they're like probably
they're like 40 and up.
they're like nah, ya tienen 50, güey.
Oh, no.
No sé. Next time I'll be like, can I see some identification, please? No,
Oh, maybe 50.
it's because they all come out. I mean, I get it. Like they come out, you know, they get like their group of gals together. It's like Galentine's Day from Parks and Rec, and then they come to watch. Dude, honestly, they're Arturo's fan club, bro.
Yeah.
They're our boss's fan club. Like they love him.
I mean, a lot of people love
No,
it too.
like they love him. Like this lady will go live for the entire performance. And, and keep in mind, we play for an hour and a half. I need to know what phone she has, bro. Because, like, that battery is fucking MVP, bro. No, not even. I veces que before she would bring her charger, she would, like, go to where we plug in, you know, our speaker and everything.
Yeah, I remember that.
And she'd, like, because we plug in our bocinas.
She's like, excuse me, like.
Yeah, she pops them out. She's like, I need a charger. But she uses the same place to charge her phone. But she'll go live, like, throughout the whole thing. And, like, what's crazy is, like, I want to see her lives. Because honestly, she'll be like eating, bro, and then she'll be like pointing the camera. So I'm like, I know you're not going for like angles or anything. Because like honestly, like it's probably just zoomed in on Arturo and it's like all shaky cam and you can hear her chewing. And I'm like, you know, yeah. So I want to see those lives, like, because the quality cannot be there, bro. Like, but like I know for sure, like they're his fan club, bro. Because like.
I just don't like they're always yelling. They're always like...
They're all like hype whenever he's...
Arturo, ya les dijimos que... They were nagging a lot with like, yo sé que te acordarás.
Yeah, since like the very beginning, yeah, they really wanted that song.
They're like, hey.
Like it's whatever. Like I mean, you know, like I said, they go out there once. Like I hate it.
Disrespectful, bro. Nah.
I mean, other than that, like that's the only thing. I mean, I don't like when people usually yell like, you know, stuff to us. That's the only thing I don't like. But other than that, I mean, they like I said, like they get fucking hyped. They're like, hoo. Like, they get all hyped because Arturo's singing. They're like, hell yeah. Y además les falta como una beer, like.
Right.
But they
fucking
yeah. Yeah, man. But they're son estaban las divorciadas.
I think because it's seafood shack, like they can go like all extra wild. I feel like if they did that at burros, they'd be like a lot more.
Oh, really?
I think so. Because I feel like a seafood shack, it puts a limit on your fun.
Yeah.
Because one, it's expensive. You know.
You can't be acting up in
Yeah.
Honestly,
you have like a limit on how much alcohol to take.
Okay.
And also, I don't think you have like I don't think you're gonna pay like $70 for like 7 shots. You know.
Oh, okay. That's true. Yeah, every shot there is like.
Estás más calmado ahí.
It's sophisticated.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to drink like your shot like.
I mean, they have shot. You know, those margaritas are like $13.
Yeah.
Like, se te baja. She's looking at the price. You know, like
take a shot. Like,
I think Flaco, from she's Flaco. He ordered like 2 or 3 shots, and I saw him get the receipt. He's like, "Okay."
It's like $40.
Yeah.
God damn.
They charge him like $40-$50. He's
I'm
like,
like, "Esto chingaste todo cheque, güey. De hoy." Like.
I just saw all the alcohol. She's like,
yeah. At that point, like,
he came back to reality, bro.
yeah, whatever blood alcohol content you had,
Yeah.
it significantly drops. Yeah. It's just, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's because you can act up a little bit there, you know.
Yeah, but it will be out of your your personality, not because you're drunk as fuck.
Yeah,
know?
that's true.
Like compared to like burros, where like you see someone walking with a bottle, you're like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, valió madre.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that place, for example, like you can still like there is always loud. Like if there's people there, and there's always talking. Like I'm just thinking, like, what if like we played like at fucking like Olive Garden or something, like.
Olive Garden is very quiet.
It's exactly like what if we played there, like people after the songs they're just like.
Pretty much.
Like, I mean, they already don't clap.
Like, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Our next song is gonna be Son de la Negra. Yeah. I can imagine them being like, "Sir, this is Olive Garden, please. Keep it down."
I mean, why would we play at Olive Garden?
I don't know, bro. I'm just kind of.
I don't think our demographic.
Here.
Would be there.
Anyway, Las Divorciadas were there. People were there. People were hype. People were there ready to watch some mariachis. So we gave them a show. Pretty simple night. We played till the end. Yeah, there was Stallone all the way till the end. You know,
we some guy prepaid 2 songs and we had to give our money back.
Yeah, it's because we ran out. The manager said, "Nah, you're done. You're done."
Yeah,
yeah, basically because
Arturo was like, "Come on, 2 more."
It's because someone someone already given us like $40. Like it's because we go, table to table, so we never got to them. So they had prepaid. So Arturo was like, just 2 more. And she was like, "Nah, you're done. You're done. You're fucking done." You know, that was the only thing. And then afterwards, Friday felt like a Saturday. We went to Oklahoma.
We met at 10:30 in the morning.
We met at that's what it was. So like Arturo was like, "Mañana a las 10:30." I'm like, "Okay," because he said no restaurant. He says we're gonna go to Oklahoma, so we're meeting up early because we had to play at their wedding.
We played the mass.
The mass
reception
of so like this client, the girl. If you listened a couple episodes ago, she was the bartender. Or worked at the at the bar, at this venue, which happened to be the same venue that we played at. So she was working at the bar, like, damn, this place kind of fucking nice. She said, I'm gonna get married here, you know. But she came up to us after the set last time we played there, and she was like, hey, like, do you guys play on Fridays? I'm like, yeah. She talked to me first. She's like, do you guys play on Friday? And I said, yeah, it just depends. I don't know how many hours you need to do or whatever, but you can call our boss. Well, she ended up calling them, and we played at her wedding. But we had to go all the way over there. It was in Oklahoma City because that's where we played. The last time we played, we went there. So it was a trip, man, because we left like at 10:30, 11. Got there for the misa at 2.
Yeah, we already made it. We got there like at 1:50, 1:45.
Yeah, we got there. Oh, when we got there a little bit early. It's just like a little bit, but I mean like normal, right? And then somebody was like, "Oh, los mariachis, hoy sí llegaron los mariachis." Like they were saying, someone was like, no nos quedaron mal como otros grupos. Because I'm like, fuck, like
we're part of that otro grupo at one point, you know?
Yeah, but they were just like surprised that we got there on time. They were just like, damn, like hoy sí cumplieron, you know? I'm like, oh shit,
like no es como más, señor.
They're just throwing like all these stones at like the Oklahoma mariachis. Like they're all trash.
I've only heard of one group there.
I've never heard of anybody over there actually. Quién sabe. But we walked in. We've been to this church before. We play like behind everything, which is kind of weird. We play behind the altar. So like if you didn't look for us, you would just think that like mariachis are from somewhere. You're all like, what the fuck, you know? Because we're behind everything. You can't see us.
Bro, did you see that piano?
The piano?
Or is it a piano?
You talking the organ?
Is it an organ? I thought organs had the
organs have the buttons and shit. Are you talking about it had all the buttons around it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an organ.
Thing was wild.
You were looking
I was
at
looking at it like, you still with them?
I've always wanted to play one because like at a church they're wired, bro. Not wired, but they're like throughout the church. So like all those tubes y todo el pedo. Like if you go to like to a cathedral or
the one in Dallas.
In Dallas, yeah, you could see the big old tubes and stuff. Like me, yo pendejo, I would just want to like play something dumb like that's all I could play on the piano.
Pretty sure you can control for it. I remember there being a sign on.
Well, the Lord wouldn't approve if anything.
Like the cathedral, which is like come down. Like.
Yeah.
But I think it has like something on it that's like don't play this. Like if you don't know how to play it.
It's very complicated because there's buttons on the ground too. Like you're supposed. Yeah,
there's pedals.
Yeah, pedals. Sorry, pedals, and there's actual buttons next to you, and there's like 2 layers of piano. I don't understand it at all, but it takes a special person to play it. You can't just be some random dude like me, you know.
I really wanted to play it. So it's just there.
It's like don't touch. You know, like,
yeah, I'm like, who would know?
Nobody, and the best part is nobody can stop it.
You know what was weird about that church is that, yeah, like the altar is kind of bareback. No, what's the word? Like we were behind the altar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we could basically do whatever we wanted. Cause when I'm on my phone at a church, I use it if the padre's not looking. Okay. Or if he can't see me. Mm-hmm. So this time, like, we can't do that. But when you look up, you have all these people, like, looking at you. Like,
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Like,
so I had to sit there. Oh, I was falling asleep.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
You forgot? Well, you were asleep.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we left early, like I said. We left, like, at 10-something, and I was tired. I didn't sleep the whole time, like, on the way there. But until we were at the church, like, I just started getting really sleepy. Like, to the point where, like I said, we couldn't be on our phone or anything, so I was just kind of sitting there, and I was just like, I never realize when I'm falling asleep. Like, I know I'm tired, but I don't know that I'm falling asleep. But I know I was because, like, I opened my eyes, like, I did one of those little, like, you know, when you catch yourself. Like,
you're like a jerk.
Yeah, so then I looked up, and I think it was you that was laughing. I was like, déjame wey.
Bro, it's because, like, or at least from a peripheral, you look like you were awake. Uh-huh. So you're kind of like standing there.
Yeah.
And then I thought you were looking down or something, but you're like, like, huh? That's when you looked at me like, go away.
Yeah, that's when I opened my eyes like, go away.
But like we all heard you. Like,
I'm like, ¿qué pasó?
Like we all heard you. Just like,
bro, it could have been anybody. Like,
we knew it was you, bro. No one could find yo.
I'm like, I'm saying there's a chance.
And then you farted, bro.
I didn't fart, bro. That was the chair, dog. We were standing there like for what was it? For some part of the church where it was quiet, right? And then I moved and I hit the chair. And chairs sometimes make noises, bro. So yo, like it was like a high register sound, like a. No, that one's too low. It was like a. No, I can't even fucking replicate it. It's like when you move a chair, it hace ruido. Yeah, it's like a higher register one. So like me, automatically, I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then Arturo found it fucking hilarious. Because he was like...
It's good as the way you reacted to it, too.
Because, it was quick. I was like, what the fuck was that? And then both y'all over here, like, and like I said, like we're behind everybody, so like people like can see us like laughing and shit. I'm like, bro, what's the fucking chair? Checked it. I was like, you know.
Is the way you reacted to it? Because you look back like who did that? Like you know, people fart and they want to blame it on someone else.
Yeah.
Like, ¿Quién fue, güey?
I'm like, pinches ranas, güey. ¿Qué ranas, güey? No mames.
Nah, if you say like, like,
yeah, if there was a rana, I'd be like, Anyway,
Yeah,
I
that's
fucking hate
funny.
frogs. So anyway, yeah. So we played at her wedding. Went to the reception. We played what? 2 hours?
Yeah.
2 hours at her place. It was funny because it was like deja vu because we had
Yeah.
just played there not too long ago.
Bro, walking in, those fucking kids were being wild.
Kids were wilding out from the beginning, bro. As soon as we walked in, I'm like, the fuck?
Because they had like a little like fruit snacks. Or like it was like a whole.
It was a cup of
fucking
fruit.
Cup of fruit.
And they had them like
And-
all sectioned off. So like they had a
Right.
cup and then they had like a tapón arriba. So like they were just ready for someone to grab and
Right. So I'm getting my best guess is that kid dropped it.
Mhm.
Like he grabbed it and he's like, I don't want this anymore. Right? And all the fruit was on the like I'm forgetting words today.
ground
On the ground, but it's como la pista de baile, right? Like
on the dance floor.
yeah.
On the dance floor.
And some girl like saw the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
No, muñeco who helped us out.
Shout
He was telling the kids like, hey, like clean that up, like he like the kids were looking at the fruit and he's like, hey, that like pick it up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then this girl like she was like she started stepping on all the grapes, all the pineapple, like como si fuera ser vino, like you just like
Making wine real quick.
so you see her mom run for her, like kind of like stop her from like it was a whole mess, like
You know when they like pick up a kid and you know that kid's gonna get their ass whooped. That kind of makes me like happy in a way. I'm like, ya ves, por
no,
pendejo."
that kids were being unhinged that whole time.
Yeah,
It made me think like, do I really want kids?
because as soon as we walked in, like sometimes when a kid comes up to you, they're you're trying to be nice, so a kid comes up to you and. Because I've done it before. Like a kid will come up to me and like they'll be like, you can tell they want to mess with the vihuela or like just kind of like play it or like si es un niño chiquito una niñita, I'm like okay, like I'll let them. So they'll just kind of like, like just kind of mess with the strings. And I'm like, oh, mira, tú sabes. I'm like, a ver, échate esta, échate el cascabel, güey. No, and then this little kid though comes up and I already knew this kid already had the mocos, the fucking dirty hands, Cheeto hands. He had like that tiny little suit on that their parents, make them put on. So I was like, I already know this kid bad as fuck, bro. Like, so like I seen him and he just like looks at me and he was already like putting his hand up because he already expected me to be like, oh yeah, toca it. But I was like, nah, ni madres. Like, I'm not gonna acknowledge him. I'm not gonna do shit. So I just kind of like kept looking around. So like he saw that lo estaba pelando, so he went to you.
Yeah, he asked me. I mean, for me, kids have lost their privilege of like touching my base ever since that one I told you about, where the little kid was hitting my base.
Oh,
like,
he just hit it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just running. He'd be like,
yeah.
After that, it's a no go for every kid, no matter how good you look.
Yeah.
You look like a good boy. No way.
Yeah.
I don't trust you anymore.
Ni madre.
So this kid came up to me and he's like, I think he asked me in English. He was like, "Hey, like, can I touch your instrument?" And I'm like, "No way." Like I'm treating you as an adult, and I'm saying no, okay. And then like I'm guessing his mom kind of came and like took him away. But she was looking at me like I'm a monster. I'm like, mira niño. Like,
you should have been like, Señora es Morales.
I mean, yeah,
It's Morales. It's Roberto Morales.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know where those hands have been. I know they've been in a lot of places.
In some stupid
kids.
shit.
And I'm like, no,
yeah.
I'm not doing that.
And then there was a kid also that apparently pissed himself.
Oh, see.
I didn't see that. I didn't see him personally, but Boyo said that he was walking around and he had the stain. I mean, if you have a stain in that area, I mean, pues qué pasó, güey?
Like
Domestico. So kid estaba miado. There was another kid who they had cupcakes, which I'm pretty sure they weren't supposed to get the cupcakes yet. Because you know how they have like the dessert table?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the dessert table wasn't open yet. But some kid fucking grabbed the cupcake and decides, no, let me not eat it. Let me just throw it on the ground. So like there was a cupcake, todo like muerto, way. It was like on the side, and it had like the icing like spread out, all over. And apparently some kid went up there and it was like,
well, they can't, like the bridesmaids were not having a good time because they were having to clean up. They cleaned up the fruit.
Oh, okay.
They cleaned that up and then they cleaned up the cupcake. But I guess they didn't clean it all up because that kid came back. He's like, aquí les faltó un lugar. It's like, I got you, bro.
He's like, I want to help.
I saw him do it. He's like, he's like, just fucking. Just
The
fucking
ice.
enjoying that shit, bro. Like,
Like the extra sugar.
yeah.
Like just hit right then, right there.
Like, this will hold me a few hours, you know? Like,
Yeah, he's be fucking running like Flash and shit. No, mames, wait. No, but see, wait, like kids, like I said, they're just going, and it's always like at a wedding or like
Yeah.
somewhere, and it's worse. Like for me, like I said, they always have kids on nice and dressed. My kid's gonna be in a potato sack, bro. I'm sorry, like, cause like little kids, les compran like the full suit, the nice like shoes. Like kids be out here wearing Jordans and shit. I'm like, pa qué, wey? Pa qué, wey?
well, like, they be having fades. I'm like,
Right? I'm like, who they gonna impress, bro? Like some little girl at daycare, right? Kid's gonna look like Shaggy. No, but yeah, like they like at the party or whatever, like at the quinces and stuff, like they'll be running around and getting dirty and everything, and they're like wearing like a nice ass little like custom suit, and I'm like, pa qué, wait? That's kid. That's why I'm saying like my kid's gonna be wearing like a fucking Doritos bag, bro, like, with the armholes. I'm like, yes. So you can appreciate shit, all right? I'm doing this for your own good, like chiquillo.
like todo anaranjado from the Doritos. Like.
He's playing with all these kids, and he's the only one running around, like sounding like this.
Yeah.
They're like, vamos a correr, wey.
Can you play hide and seek? Like. Yeah, you try to be like quiet as possible, which is like you move is like, you know, no volteas, which is like. Se va.
Fucking hide and seek. Like on
Yeah, pretty much.
I can just imagine that. Fuck, dude. He's like, Dad, like nobody wants to play with me because they find me too fast. I'm like, ¿Y qué, okay? That means you won, bro. Okay, anyway, so that was Friday. We got back like at 12 p.m., dude. Like it was like a pinche gira internacional, way. Like we
National.
That's what I said, internacional, because we went to Oklahoma, bro. It's international waters for us, bro. Anyway, it was a long day. Came back right next day. Met up at 1:30. We had a church in Nocona. That's what the place is.
Okay.
We went to Nocona, Texas. We went to the church. This church was tiny. They put us like on the altar.
The town is tiny.
Yeah, they because the misa itself or the iglesia itself was like very, very small. So they put us like on the actual altar, which was like you said, you were like, this feels for like forbidden, bro.
This
like,
feels illegal, bro.
Because we're like I'm standing right here and the padre's like right here and he's like, he's making.
Oh, you can see his little book. It's a whole script.
Yeah, he has like I'm saying like he has the book. I can see him doing like the whole like la hostia and everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, bro, like I'm getting all the like the behind the scenes right now.
Bro.
Like the only ones that are ever on here are like this. ¿Cómo se dicen los niños?
Oh, los monaguillos.
Yeah, the little kids. So like I felt like I was one of them or something.
Bro, we're just standing there. But it's like,
I'm like, me?
yeah. Okay,
yeah. He's like, turn on the candles for me. I'm like, pero cómo? Like, prende las velas. And I'm like, ahí estamos.
Like, no, con un cerillo.
But yeah, it was just it was funny because we were on the actual altar. We played for this girl's 15. After we were finished, we went to go get a bite to eat because we were like, I mean, we're hungry. We traveled a good little while, so we hadn't eaten. We went to eat at this little restaurant called Los Tres Niños.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what it was? It was like
I think that's what it was.
something like that. Like the only thing that it was supposed to be a Mexican restaurant. We always go to like a Mexican restaurant, but like this one was a little funny because like everybody in there was like güerito,
Yeah.
The meseras eran güeros también, todos.
And the cooks too, no?
Yeah, I don't know about the cooks. Well, I mean, so I mean, it was a small town, so I mean, a Mexican restaurant, it's gonna be a Mexican restaurant. It wasn't that great.
It was trying its best.
It was trying its best for what it was. You know what I mean? I'm like, it was like it was like a plate of food with a little side of racism or something. No, I'm just kidding. No, they gave you some tiny ass little flautas, dude.
Sí.
When they came out, like I was disappointed for you, bro. Like, because I mean, I'm like, you got the flautas plate.
Yeah.
So like, I was expecting like unas flautas chingonas. Way they gave you 3, and they looked like they were like
they gave me 3 taquitos.
They look like egg rolls, bro. Like from an Asian restaurant. Like cuando tienen los egg rolls así chiquitos. That's what they look like, bro. You said they were good.
Well, it's because, like, at both places, because we went to a place like that. Not like that, but it was like kind of like Tex-Mex on Friday too.
On Friday?
And it's like, I know the food is not going to be great.
Yeah.
Like, it's by default. You go somewhere where there's a lot of Caucasians. It's like the salsa's not going to be spicy.
Sabía agua.
Yeah, like they had like habanero sauce, but it wasn't that spicy. And then like they had like cheese on the side for your chips,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you gotta pick something where it wouldn't be that hard to get a good taste from. So I usually get something from places like that, things that have like sour cream or like guacamole, cause you can't go wrong with that. Like sour cream tastes good, guacamole is good. You just mix it in with whatever you don't like.
Yeah.
So yo lo mixé con todo, right? I'm trying to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I got what I got. Yeah. Or fajitas.
Yeah, fajitas. Like, they're just expensive.
Yeah.
That's what sucks about fajitas.
But I wasn't paying, so I was like, give me the one for 2. Right?
Like, sir, that's a family size platter. I know what I'm about.
I
know what I'm about.
I know what I'm about, son.
Yeah, so I got this burrito. I was burping that thing up all night. Like all night I was just like like, I kept tasting it.
Yeah, you were looking at me like, bro, like those letters don't look good. I'm like, oh, see, like, are you soggy ass burrito, bro?
No, but me lo chingué.
No, see,
like I can't just leave it behind, bro. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, so then we went to we had to leave. Nacona. We stayed in Nacona, but like the gig was supposed to be at 5:30. Supposed to be at 5:30. And then the lady called us like, "On tan." And we're like, fucking chilling. We were eating, dude.
Yeah.
And apparently she said that it was at 4:30. But Arturo said he had photo evidence of his text messages saying that it was at 5:30.
No, apparently they did a contract this time too. So
yeah. So like he said that they said that it was at 5:30. So we're over here all chilling. They're like, "Where you guys at?" Well, apparently she said 4:30. So now we had to rush the hell out of there to go back to this like salon. So we could play we started like at 5. 30 minutes earlier than we thought we were. But we played super hot venue, and it was very cramped. It wasn't
super hot.
It was hot for me, bro. Like, they had a abanico above me, but man, that thing was struggling, bro.
I was scared it'd be like hot, but it wasn't as hot as I thought it would be.
I think I felt more like claustrophobic because había un chingo de gente, but like there wasn't that much room like to walk even between. So when we handed out cards, like in the end, I couldn't even get through anybody, so I just kind of like waved my hands, like, does anybody want a card? And like whoever raised their hand, I just kind of said like, pass it back, because like there was no way to like walk through anybody. But I mean, we played 2 hours there. Like I said, when I'm uncomfortable, like temperature wise, it just makes me drag out a little bit longer. That's the only thing. But I mean, it was fine, I guess.
I had a good time.
¿Así?
Sí.
Oh, okay, está bien. Played 2 hours there. And then we had 2 hours left in Pilot Point. We went to a gender reveal party. It was they announced it with fireworks. Did you see that?
Yeah.
They had fireworks and they were colored. They were colored blue. So
it was purple.
It was purple.
Yeah,
it was blue, bro.
It was purple. Me and Arturo were like, so what is it?
¿Qué chingas es?
Yeah, and then they started screaming like it's a boy, and then we're like.
So I guess so. I saw blue.
I saw purple.
Maybe I'm a little colorblind, you know?
Maybe. What color is this?
That's a color. I'm like 46. We played at this gender reveal. We played 2 hours. 2 hours. It was outside. I actually liked that gig because like we were outside. The heat already went down. The people were into it. For the most part, they were all dancing basically to every little song.
Because they were all drunk by then.
Por eso. That's why I love house parties.
They got an open bar.
Yeah, like that's why I like house parties because like at a salon, everybody's like still formal, haven't eaten, so they're like hardly clapping and todo. But like when you get to the end of a party, usually people are already. Well, here's the thing: you can't go to a party when it's too late. Like
Yeah.
the end of a party because either gente se va yendo and the only ones left are the los que están like borrachos, way. Like they're fucking gone. You know, but I mean, if you get to like the middle end of the party, that's like the sweet spot, bro. Like that's where everybody's like still happy and not yet like regretting any decisions. So
But we got there and they're like decisions were made. Yeah.
decisions were made.
I like that gig too.
It was fun. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. No, but yeah, it was chill, bro. I liked it.
What you like about it?
Like I said, like the people were cool. They danced. The only thing I was kind of upset about is that they didn't offer us cake.
Yeah, they did. We said no.
You said no?
Well,
You
me
a
and
hoe,
Arturo said
bro.
no because they were like, "You want cake?" We were
Yo
like,
sí quería
no.
uno,
For
güey.
real?
Yo sí quería, güey.
Well, I mean, I thought you
It
would
looked
say
good,
yes.
bro.
For real? I didn't take the cake.
Sí quería, güey. Esa sí no te la perdono.
My bad.
No, but it was a good way to end the night. Like we had been working a lot, and I mean it was a good weekend.
I think it was a chill weekend.
Yeah, like it's like I think it made up with that Friday being a lot of being worked too. So like the paycheck at the end was good too because I was like,
No.
is that what you looking for, my boy? But yeah, it was overall chill weekend. Didn't work on Sunday, so I was good.
Yeah.
Are you good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
You want to do the questions?
Yeah, let's do the questions because you guys actually came through. Why do you guys come through with a bunch of questions on days when we like drag this out? Okay, so we got a couple questions here. Charro chat. Let's go with what is the longest a client has hired you for a single day or for in a single day? That's Earned Crab 392.
I think mine's like 6 hours.
Seguidas or did y'all take a
6
break?
or 8? No, like seguidas. It was with the
Really?
other group, yeah.
Y'all didn't take a break? ¿Por qué no? Like you didn't want to, or it was like
Well, it was just work. Like it was just like the client kept being like una hora más, and then keep asking more songs and more songs. So we couldn't really like break that vibe.
that like mold?
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of happened at that one gig that we did a couple weeks back, that Friday, where it was supposed to be 2.
That
and
was
then
4 hours.
Yeah, and then it was
Yeah.
3, and then it was 4. But like, we didn't want to stop because I mean, you don't really think about a break at that point. You're
Yeah.
just like, keep going, fuck it.
I just remember it was like the sun was out, and then when we finished, it was like night.
Sheesh.
So it was a while.
6 hours. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a long time.
$900 in one day though.
Huh?
Like $900 in one day,
Oh fuck.
and then I slept for like 12 hours.
For me, I think it's got to be like 4 or 5 hours longest. Así seguido. But I can't think of the 5 hour. But I know I've heard that number before. Like I feel like I've played 5 hours, I guess.
We have even with Imperial we played 5 hours.
Bro, no, we didn't.
And I put repetidas, but there were 5.
5 hours.
Or
No.
or was it 3? Nah, I take it back. No,
There is no way we ever did 5. If anything, 3,
maybe.
but not
I
5.
just remember we were like, damn, like we're gonna play that long. And then you were like, I have money to buy my Vihuela now. And I was like, chipo.
Alex Cake 1113 says opinion on 3 trumpets in a group. That's cool. I just recently found out that like I think I started asking a lot more questions to melody players because now that I'm a director, like, oh, this is all useful information that I can like that I never really thought about. Not that I didn't think about it, but like I never really fully understood. I mean, I did my job. I went out there, played the armonia. I worried what I needed to do in order to make this group better or whatever. But like I never like fully thought about the violins and the trumpets. Because I mean there is a whole breakdown, to las melodías, how they go between first, second, and third part if there is that, but they really do like have to switch back and forth depending on what it is that they're doing. But there's a lot of basically like that se tiene que poner de acuerdo, with that shit. But honestly, like if there's 3 and they all kind of do that, I mean it sounds cool. It's just like violin parts.
Yeah, I think It's not bad to have the trumpets, especially if they all know what they're doing. So
Yeah.
like they all know. There's actually like an actual third part, not just one playing like playing the first but an octave down.
Yeah. Oh,
I've
yeah,
heard
yeah.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Or maybe like the trumpets sing a lot. So there's never really 3 trumpets. There's just like
Yeah.
one goes out to sing. So now you have 2. You know.
Like, there's nothing negative about it. I don't
Yeah.
think. I think it all helps out at the end. At Alex Avalos 18 says, "How much mariachi do you listen to outside of work?"
I listen to a lot.
That's you, bro. That's
Well,
you
I
for
have
sure.
to wait. They're so evil, you know.
No, see, but I'm
Cuando
saying,
maromeo, like
but like even then, like if it wasn't, say you didn't use it for work, do you just jam to it?
not as much as I would, cause I have to. I mean, I have that playlist where it's like
The homework?
Yeah, so I listen to that as much as I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, pues casi. I mean, it's every day basically for me.
Like 1 to 100%. What is your range of mariachi listening?
Mariachi like a good like 85%.
85%.
Yeah.
What's the rest?
The rest is like whatever else. Sometimes it's like classical. Some of the I'm like reggaeton with
Yeah.
Bad Bunny. No.
Bad Bunny.
Rap. Classical guitar. Some algo like regional. Yeah, that's good too.
Okay.
Trio.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Yeah, like as mariachi.
Yeah.
As far as me, honestly, I don't. I mean, I think back to me in high school. In high school, yeah, for sure. Like mariachi was life, bro. Mariachi es vida. You know, like that's all I would listen to. So like anytime I see like people, you know how they do the Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year,
Yeah.
and they like tell you who's your highest listen to artists y todo el pedo and how many minutes of every, like people will like legit get like Vicente and like Jose Alfredo and Mariachi Vargas, and that's fucking badass, bro, because that just means that they're actually studying, you know.
Yeah.
Not like me. But yeah, like as far as like 1 to 100%, I probably listen to mariachi 25% of the time. Really,
That's
I listen to it when I need to, like, or when I'm just like really feeling in the mood. But it's like 25%, so it's 1/4 of the time. Everything else is like everything else. So like my playlist is all hip hop, rap, rock from Sammy back in the day in high school. The newest thing I've listened to is like country, but I'm very selective about country. Like I hate it more than I love it. And then movie soundtracks. I love listening to soundtracks.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I love that shit though, cause I could just like.
Well, the thing is, cause I like them like because they're meant to express the scene.
Yeah.
So if it's an intense scene, it's supposed to express it without words.
Yeah.
So it's very like intense in itself, you know.
I'm like, that's been like my thing lately. Like I'll watch a show and I'm like, damn, like the music's fucking badass, and then I'll look up the soundtrack and just listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm like, this shit's fucking banging.
I do it a lot.
Yeah, I recently started doing that.
For real?
Yeah, maybe like a year or two ago. But like right now, the Kenobi soundtrack just dropped.
That one's okay.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it fully.
I didn't enjoy it that much.
I just like the end credits.
The one for Batman
the
is pretty
one.
cool. The Batman.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty
cool.
good.
Yeah, but yeah, that's basically
For
what I do.
Shang-Chi.
Not a whole lot of money actually. 25% maybe. Little Tony says, "What would it feel like leaving a gig but coming right back after to eat?" We've done it before.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's because people always ask us like, "Quieren comer?"
Yeah.
We always automatically kind of say no because we want to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Unless Arturo says like, "Quieren comer?" and we're like, "Shit," you know.
Yeah.
Then that's when we like actually.
I saw someone post like un grupo like they were going to Twitter like si vamos a comer para que no comen en las fiestas, because apparently they don't.
They don't want to do that.
He doesn't want them to eat at parties.
Oh.
It's just some guy from the alcohol one.
Oh. Oh, I see. But that's, I mean, if people are offering the food though. Like, it'd be different if like I'm like at a gig.
If you're like, okay, we're done, and then you go like serve your own
Yeah,
plate.
like I'm not gonna go to like the person's quince and be like, all right, what y'all got in here? Oh shit, y'all got this? Oh hell yeah, let me get to go. You know,
Nah, I don't
to
know,
go, bro.
I'm just like, bro,
like that just sounds ridiculous. Like if they're offering you food and they're offering you drink, like you should be appreciative that you have clients like that, honestly, Because, like, sí hay clientes que son bien culos, güey. Like, you know, like, no te ofrecen agua, ni una bebida, ni break, ni nada. No perdonan nada, dude.
Yeah.
So, like, if someone's, like, going out of their way to be like, have something to drink, have something to eat afterwards. Oh, no, don't leave without getting some food. Like, take some, like, we have plenty. Like, that's chingon-ass clients. So, I mean, honestly, we don't take advantage of it every single time because sometimes, like I said, we're in a hurry or whatever. But if they're offering and Arturo says we got a little bit of time, shit, I'm going to eat, because, I mean, it's really hard to turn down free food. I mean, if it's trash afterwards, I mean, it's trash, but pero comiste, gente que no puede comer, or whatever. But, I mean, you still got to eat, so. But, yeah, I mean, we've done that before. Like, it just depends on the client. If the client's cool about it, I'm gonna recio, cabrón. If you could, Sam Marek 21 says, if you could assign the Avengers mariachi instruments, who plays what and why? Doctor Strange for playing guitarrón, way, like pinche Victor over here. He'd be like fucking. he's like en re o do o fa. He's like re.
Does he really mean the Avengers or like people that are really good?
I think he's saying like the Avengers, like the actual Avengers. Let's just go with the classic. It's the core. So the Hulk would play, pues guitarrón, güey. Play guitarrón, güey.
Sí, güey. I think Thor would play like.
Thor play vihuela, bro.
Why?
I'm like.
I think that was more like a Captain America thing.
Estamos mamones, güey. Mamones. Mamados. I knew that was wrong as soon as I said it. I'm like, porque estamos mamados, güey. No, I was just gonna say because he has like Stormbreaker, kind of looks like a guitar. I don't know, and then he's got like the long hair.
So from recently?
Yeah,
like
I'm talking about the
like,
core. Yeah, the core. Yeah.
Well, Black Widow's dead.
No, this was the time before she died.
Oh,
bro.
pues, you know.
Spoilers. No, but I'm talking about the core. Like, okay. Captain America, Iron Man, pinche Hawkeye, Hulk, Black Widow, and ¿son todos?
There were 6. We're missing one.
Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. Son los tres.
Right. And then Hulk, Hawkeye,
and Black Widow. Yeah.
Okay,
so Captain America plays what?
I thought he was going to be Willa because he's kind of like the leader type.
Yeah, I see him more as a trumpet player.
Why?
Because he's kind of leading. It's the loudest instrument. Like, he'd be the one, like,
I feel like that'd be more of Iron Man, though. Because it's metal.
Nah, él toca violín, güey.
¿Por qué?
Because he has, like, all the personality, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
So he could do that.
That means Black Widow would probably play violin, too. Because they have that same, like, outgoing thing.
Okay.
You know?
Entonces ahí están los trompeta, dos violines, Hulk con guitarrón.
We have 6 people.
So Hawkeye
will play guitar?
Sure.
Because he would never miss.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know, who's left?
That's it.
Oh.
Because who do we put on trumpet?
Captain America. That's
Captain
what I said.
America?
Yeah.
So Hawkeye on guitar, Thor on vihuela, Hulk on bass. And then who's on trumpet?
Captain America.
And then
Iron Man.
And then Iron Man and Black Widow, the violines?
Los violines. That's pretty solid, I think.
¿Alguna otra? ¿Otra pregunta? I'm like, what about the new Avengers?
Nah, wait, ya me pasé. Okay, what else do we have? We have some confessions today. God damn. This person says, before I left my old group, I cheated on them with multiple other groups, and I told my boss I was sick.
Bro, you made it sound like so dirty, like.
Yeah, when you say it like that, it's like, yeah, bro. So I cheated on them, and I told them I was sick, but I was over here like playing with other groups. Yeah, fuck.
You got like charro syphilis or something. Or like you play like a different adorno, and they're like, we don't play that here, bro. Like, who have you been playing with that? Like,
¿de dónde sacaste esa mamá, güey?
Sí, güey.
No, pues hay por ahí.
O sea, porque sé que no estudias, güey. So, ¿dónde gastas, güey? Like,
I know you not be practicing. Okay, so yeah, I mean, yeah, it just kind of sounded dirty that way. But I mean, ¿hiciste dinero? You know? I mean, ¿eres culero? Sí, güey. Pero, I mean, ¿hiciste dinero? You know? But I mean, it's whatever, you know? This person says, so last Saturday I see my ex at a gig, ... damn, why did ... It reminds me of The Office. It's like, what does ... mean? You know. Okay, so last Saturday I seen my ex at a gig ... I haven't seen her in person since we were together.
Bro, you good?
Like, tragos de amargo licor.
Like, is this what you blacked out yesterday? Or sorry?
It's a confession, bro.
They don't know what we're talking about.
That's true. I'm like, me respetos.
See what?
No, I mean, what would you do? Would you feel awkward
I wouldn't feel.
if you haven't
It's
seen
happened.
them? Because he says
It's happened to me.
I haven't seen her in person since we were together. So it's like you broke up, haven't seen her in forever, and then you see her at a gig.
It's happened to me.
I think I wouldn't feel awkward. I would just be like, ya está, ya estamos, ya está, and then I would just be like,
And then we make fun of you.
yeah, honestly, y'all would probably make it worse. Like, ooh.
We're like, tú dime, güey, tú dime,
Yeah,
güey.
but I mean, like, I'd just be like, oh, what's up? You know, we'd probably catch up for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be like, oh yeah, I have to go. I have to go play, you know, the gigs. And then I'd like skip out of there, like
Skedaddle.
yeah,
With a tear.
skip fucking daddle. Yeah, but yeah, I don't think I'd feel awkward or anything like that.
Well, I mean, you'll be playing most of the time.
Yeah, I would, because I mean, I try not to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, le digo hola a casi todos los que conozco. Like, if I don't like when I see someone that I know, because then I don't know if they saw me. So like, I'm usually the one to make like the first move to be like, hey, what's up? Because like, I don't want that awkward tension, or like, it's not even tension, but just that awkwardness, you know, being like, did he see me? Did I see them? Like, or are we aware of each other's presence? I'm like, because I'm pretty sure. But like, if I don't say hi, I feel like the next time they see someone like, oh, I saw Sammy at the gig, bro. Chiculero. I'm like,
I think it depends on my mood. Because sometimes I will be like, hey, bro, like, a veces without even me knowing that they've seen me, sometimes I'm just going to, like, te digo detrás. I'm like, hey, bro, like, you know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just to kind of make it known that, hey, we're both at this function right now, you know. Like,
Yeah,
what's
but
up?
sometimes I'll go the other way. I'll be like, you know what, not today, bro. Like,
No, that's it. You just do it like that.
Yeah, let's
No,
go home.
This person says, one of my worst gigs ever was 4 to 5 years ago when one of the groomsmen of the wedding unalived himself in his truck. The gig was 3 hours. We only played an hour before. They just said, yeah, you can just ... go. Still got paid though, but I think about this sometimes. That's fucking crazy.
You got paid though, you know.
Still,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, that's pretty crazy because I mean, like, to happen like on the wedding day, you know, and it's just now you can't really remember that day, you know, fondly. It just kind of like puts you like in a position of like, this is when I got married, but it's also the day so and so.
It would really strike me too if I saw like the body.
Nah, see.
Cause like I'm guessing if you're playing at like well, they didn't play at the mass, but like if you saw him like alive
or earlier,
and then like an hour later they're like not.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. But I mean, it sucks. I mean, whatever reason he had for doing what he did, it sucks. Because I mean, he felt the need to do that. You know, it's sad, but yeah, it's a fucked up situation. Because you as a musician, like, you have nothing, no nada que ver, like, contigo. You know, you're just a musician. You got hired, and that's the kind of the risk that we take getting these gigs. You don't know where we're going. You don't know what we're gonna do. You don't know what's gonna happen. So every little story that we talk about, you know, we go out there and not knowing what to expect. Like, we're just going out there. Someone hired us. We're gonna play for this long, and at the end, someone's supposed to give me money. You know, like, that's literally all it is. You know, so at the end of this, you know, when they just say, "Oh, well, you guys can go," you know, like, obviously this isn't your place anymore. Like, what are you gonna play at the point? You know, that's gonna somehow make this a better environment. Like, no, there's nothing. So you just kind of have to say, like, deuces. All right, like, I'm sorry, like. Are we getting paid? Like, yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, I went out there, you know. But it's like it's a fucked up situation. It's messed up.
Rest in peace.
Rip. There's one more, but this one's pretty long. Someone sent us a DM. I'm just gonna read it, and I'm not the best reader. So okay. So one time on a busy Mother's Day gigging, you know how that goes. My boyfriend had to use the restroom. So out of all the gigs we have that day, he decides to ask to use the restroom on the one gig that happened to be my friend's house. It was a 5-song serenata. We walk in playing. He asked to use the restroom. Then he doesn't come out. ... It was even worse because since he plays guitarron, our vihuela player said that he could try to play guitarron, and the violin player said he could play the vihuela. It was so horrible because they didn't know how to play the instrument, so I made it much more noticeable that someone was missing, and I wanted to laugh so bad while singing. Then my boyfriend finally comes out once the serenata is done. So he was in the bathroom the whole time. He says we need to go quick, and that he tells us that he blew up the restroom and that it didn't flush and they didn't have a plunger in there. It was so funny. That's what she wrote. But I was so embarrassed because it happened to be the one where it happened to be my friend's house, and she knew that he's my boyfriend. I was all mad at him, saying that he shouldn't have gone he should have gone at a stranger's house instead. I was also like, I would be mad as fuck if I paid a mariachi for a serenata and one guy just blew up the restroom the whole time and then left it tapado. Now it's funny though, my friend didn't say anything about it, and we remind him every now and then how he did that. I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go, and that's very true. But why would you go in the restroom of the one person that possibly knows who you are?
You couldn't hold it, bro.
Like, if you're gonna blow up a place, it's got to be someone you don't know. You're never coming back. Like, hopefully it's a client that doesn't rehire you. Or it looks like they're not rehiring either way. Fuck.
I mean, when you gotta go, bro.
As a homeowner, since I own a home, right? Like, if someone came in here, like, playing and the exact same situation happened, and they blew up my restroom, I would feel offended.
For real?
Yeah, because I'm just like, te di mi baño. Like, I don't know. For some reason, I could just imagine being like, not like offended, but like after they leave and everything, and I just walk in the bathroom like, "Get!" Now you tell me I gotta unplunge this, bro? Like, fucking shit, dude. I'm over there like if I plunge something that I did, okay, like, te mamaste, like, fuck, motherfucker, you went hard today. But if it's someone else, I didn't make this, this isn't my fault. Why am I responsible for this? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. But fuck, that's rough, dude. If anything, try to find if you need to go, you need to go, right? So I mean,
you need a new friend.
You need to make a new friend. Yeah. That's what I would have said if I blew up the restaurant. Like, babe, we gotta go. You're not friends with her anymore. Like, I'm sorry. You're like, what the? No, but no. I mean, be careful with
he
that,
probably just couldn't hold it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like, if you gotta go, you gotta go. It just sucks that like it happened. It sounds like it was a perfect storm. Like, it just had all these things going, not for it. Like everything just happened to be very horrible. And
it must have been real bad too for her not to mention it, like her friend.
Oh, to be like, hey, remember that time your boyfriend blew up my toilet?
Like they paid money to fix this, like.
Damn, like serenata was trash, and they taparon el baño. Fuck.
They're like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Like, but in their head they're like, pues $300 para la pinche tubería que tu pinche madre. It's like,
sí son mamadas, güey. Honestly, si era tu amiga, no te la perdono. Sabes que, no, but yeah, that's rough. I mean, go when you gotta go, but con respeto, ¿verdad? Damn, is episode 88. People, we will not be here next week, so make sure you listen to something else.
We'll not be here. Pa' que no vengan.
Pa' que no vengan, yeah. I'll be gone. I'll be in another country, but I'll hopefully be back soon. The week after that, there may or may not be an episode. We'll see. We'll kind of talk about that. That'll be the Monday right before Albuquerque. So we're getting right after I come back from Mexico. I'm going to New Mexico. So we should be
the new Mexicans.
Yeah, see all the new Mexicans, right? I just saw the old Mexicans. So we'll be going to Albuquerque, going out there. May do an episode out there. I don't know. We have some ideas, but no sé qué chingados.
We'll think about it.
But we will see you when we see you. Hopefully, it's soon, not too later. But anything you want to say before we take off?
No. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good day, night, evening.
Evening.
Donde que estén.
So yeah, guys, that is episode 88. Take care. Shower, brush your hair. And yeah, not me. All right, guys. See you later. Have a good week. We will see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Oh.
Gracias.